Lille knew 4 points would be enough to take the Ligue and Uber Eats title and started their final assault at home to Saint-Etienne. But they came up against Sainte's inspired Etienne Green, reacting brilliantly, if lately, to deny Youssouf Yassaj's brilliant delivery. Having stopped one Turk, Liver managed the task again, this time denying the king. Sainte denying BORDEAUX Yilmaz the headlines this time as the title race goes to round 38. Paris Saint-Germain have struggled against Reims in the past, yet there wasn't much resistance when the visitors' captain, Younes Abdelhamid, showed the reactions of a keeper to deny Kylian Mbappe, but being a defender, that meant he got his marching orders. Neymar Jr. was in no rush to sign his contract extension, and it was likewise with his run-up, but ultimately the same result, all smiles as the Brazilian netted his 9th league goal of the campaign. Mauricio Pochettino said it was fundamental that Mbappe followed Neymar's lead in committing his future to the club. No wonder when the World Cup winner netted his 40th goal of the season in all competitions, his best tally in a single season, and still just 22. And after scoring in 3 successive matches, Bayern, Man City and Lens, Marquinhos rose again to get his 4th goal in his last 7 outings. With a minute to go, Moise Kean rounded off a 4-0 win that sets round 38 for Ligue and Uber Eats fireworks, with the title still to be won. After reaching the Coupe de France final in midweek, Monaco turned their attention to securing Champions League football for next term against Rennes, chasing Europa League action. Then it was no surprise though who led the charge. A Heuken celebration from Wissam Ben Yedder with his 20th of the season. Just shy of the half-hour mark, the man who set him free went from maker to taker. Alexander Golovin doubling the advantage to add to his strike in the eventually straightforward Coupe de France semi-final victory in midweek. It did get uncomfortable before the end. Axel Desassi's misjudgment saw him score into his own net, but after Rennes captain Damien De Silva saw red, Monaco saw out the win. It means that the podium is theirs to lose. Nîmes had to win to keep their hopes of survival ahead. Marcelo apparently was in a charitable mood. The Brazilian didn't see Moussa Kone lurking, the striker refusing to look a gift horse in the mouth. Yet any hopes of a first win over Lyon since May '93 soon vanished as free-scoring OL skinned the Crocs. Lucas Paqueta with 1 goal in 2020, that's his 7th of this calendar year. Lyon extending their scoring run in Ligue 1 Uber Eats to 17 matches and 18 on the road as they opened the floodgates. Memphis Depay finally breaking the 20-goal barrier. A 15-minute 3-goal salvo as Paqueta's first brace in Europe brought up his 9th this term, and a chance to do double figures for only the 2nd time in his career with 1 game to go. Into the second half in a similar pattern, Wassam Awa on the end of a wonderful 1-2-3 knockout. Like Paqueta on the score sheet again after last week's 4-1 win over Lorient. Nîmes did show fight until the end. Kone's 9th of the season, 7 in 2021 alone, but not enough to save Pascal Planc's side. No crocodile tears here, as this Samani hit them for 5 all the way to Ligue 2, Bekete. Marseille had the carrot dangling in front of them of direct Europa League group stage access when Angers visited the Orange Velodrome, and inside 10 minutes OM were on course to hold on to 5th in the table that would grant them such a pass. Arkadiusz Milic scoring at the Orange Velodrome for the first time since round 29, and the Pole struck again shortly after the restart for his first brace since October 2019 with parent club Napoli. OM seemingly on easy street, and yet Angers appeared to wake from their slumber once Matthias Lage halved the deficit shy of the half-hour mark. And with only 5 minutes remaining, Romain Thomas thought he'd squared the match. Initially a foul call by Frank Schneider, but VAR helping to show no score infringement occurred. I saw Jorge Sampaoli blow a casket as he was sent to the stands, but after seeing VAR rule out a goal in between the two that stood, Milic given the chance to get his first OM hat-trick. Thomas hero to 0 as he was penalised, as Milic saved Marseille's blushes, sent their young president into ecstasy, and OM a point away from the Europa League group stages. Bordeaux's desire to maintain their Ligue 1 Uber Eats status clashed with Lens's quest for Europe. But it was the hosts who got a helping hand, if not from Santa, then his close relative, Jonathan Close. HWANG Uzhou, one of the bright sparks in a painful campaign on and off the pitch for Bordeaux, the Korean slotting his 12th of the season. It wasn't settled until the final minutes though. Youssouf SABALY with his first Bordeaux goal, defender only previously scoring twice for Nantes to the 15-16 season. The goal all but ended fears of automatic relegation after Nîmes fell to Lyon. And Mehdi ZERKANE celebrated in stoppage time with his first for the club, but still work to do to avoid the playoff trapdoor. Montpellier looked to end the season strongly with Brest arriving at Le Mosson hoping to rubber stamp their top flight survival. And it was the Bretons who were inches away from opening the scoring. Brendan Chardonnay not getting the rewards for his fabulous strike. Michel de Zakarian will leave at the end of the campaign. Just missed out on doing so in the Coupe de France final after a penalty hardtake at the hands of Paris Saint-Germain in midweek. In the end, his 10 men earned a point ahead of his final match in charge next week. Nice playing for pride, but Strasbourg for their survival. Patient build-up allowed Strasbourg to commit further bodies forward. And Ludovic Ajorc was the hero in the right place at the right time. Clinical inside the 6-yard box. The big striker scoring 15 in a season for the very first time, but he wasn't finished there. Thierry Lory grateful to see a 5-match winless run snapped as Ajorc stooped to hit sweet 16 for Strasbourg. Not safe yet. Lorient had their destiny in their own hands but couldn't afford any slip-ups at home to mid-table Metz. Yet quick, smart movement from Johan Wissa earned the hosts a penalty. 24-year-old dusting himself down to hit double figures in his maiden top-flight campaign. Yet he looked to be upstaged by the undoubted goal of the weekend. Boubacar Traoré, only a second top-flight sub-appearance, believe it or not, had never scored before. You wouldn't say that, having seen that cracker worthy of winning any game. In the end, it didn't even earn Metz a point. Terim Moffi linked with Amon Lorient, who set into the path of Jérôme Ergol. The 35-year-old defender had never scored a Ligue 1 Uber Eats before this season, now 2 of the campaign, this time a vital winner. Nantes couldn't have asked for a better assignment as they travelled to Dijon in need of a win. 6 minutes in and it was Kalifa Koulibaly who opened the scoring, rediscovering his Midas touch without a goal until round 35. That's 3 in succession. Dijon have lost 15 of the last 16 league games and there was little encouragement this wouldn't be a 25th defeat of the campaign. The break of the ball going against them as Randall Kolo Muani swept home for 2-0. The Mustard Owls with more defeats than goals, while Nantes on course to send Nîmes with them down a division. Alongside the influence of Antoine Coumberet, Ludovic Blas has been central to the Canaries' revival. A stunning finish to hit double figures for the first time in the top flight. And a second goal in the final minute saw Muani bag a brace as Nantes won handsomely. "31 goals in the penultimate weekend of the season, 6 alone after 85 minutes. Paris, Lyon and Nantes big winners, while Marseille left it late. Saint-Pauli time once again in effect. Well, the title race goes to the wire. Just a point between Lille and Paris Saint-Germain, the first time since Lens led Lyon in 2001-2. OL won it that time, while the European places are yet to be confirmed fully. Dijon joined by Nîmes in the second tier as Troyes will be joined by Clermont, the 79th different team to reach the top flight. With Lorient facing Strasbourg in round 38, Nantes know a 5th successive win will secure their safety. Well, it all comes down to the final round, but how will things unfold? The title to be won at Angers or Brest. After a crazy season, nothing is certain other than it's going to be unmissable.